Here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. Yes, people, if you know, you know. A little bit of White Snake for you there. It's the road trip, and I am on my way down to West Ham now. Weather is horrendous here, heading out of the northwest, but I'm not really bothered. All I'm bothered about today is what I see on that football pitch. West Ham, not a happy hunting ground. Well, for me, anyway. Last time I seen United win here at the Olympic Stadium was when Juan Mata and Zlatan Ibrahimovic were on the score sheet. And that's taking you back. Jeez. Yeah, well, I mean, we won last season, but again, limited crowd, wasn't it? It was that time of year when it was like 2000s in the middle of the lockdown, allowed in the stadiums. And United had a complete United game, didn't they? It was a game of two halves. Shocking first half, blew West Ham away in the second half. I expect it to be completely different today. I really do. The fans being back at West Ham, there's a jubilant vibe going around West Ham at the moment. Back in Europe, won their first game in Europe against who was it now? Was it Slavia Prague, I think? Someone like that. I can't even remember. I'm sure it was. Zagreb. I can't even remember who it was now. Anyway, they had a good performance there in Europe. Is that going to affect them fatigue-wise? Tiredness? Is that going to kick in at all? We used to use that excuse ourselves. You know what I mean? With United, we used to go away from home after a European game and we always used to worry, didn't we? After the European break, one game more than the opposition. The opposition always had a full week to prepare. Well, that's a bit different this time. West Ham United, in the same boat as us, probably even worse, because they played a very strong team. We had the Antonios, the Rice is all in. Antonio is not playing today, obviously, suspended. You can look at that as a bit of a positive straight from the off for us, because he would cause our defence problems with his pace and power. I'm not as concerned as I would have been, say, last season. Now we've got Varane in the team. If Antonio was playing, I wouldn't have been concerned as much, because I know we've got quality there now. But Antonio not playing is a big plus. Is Ben Rama injured as well? I can't remember if I heard that yesterday. Maybe I'm not, but to be honest, I shouldn't even be looking at a West Ham team and going, he's missing, we've got a better chance because of that. The reality is, United should be going here, and we should be getting a reaction from the Reds today, because Tuesday night against Young Boys was disappointing, to say the least. We've all had time to let it sink in. We all know what we want to see in this game against West Ham today, and it's definitely not what we saw against Young Boys. That's one thing, innit? This team today needs to give us a reaction. We need to see something from the players. I mean, you can blame the players, you can blame the mistakes against Young Boys. We've all had our say about Ollie and his in-game tactics, starting lineup, not playing Varane from the start, whether that would have affected anything. We were on top before we lost the man, but the fact that we had no idea what to do once we went down to 10 men is the ultimate worry. It's like saying that United have to have 11 men on the pitch all the time, or the starting lineup has to work from the get-go, or it doesn't work for United. It's that whole plan B situation, isn't it? Where today, West Ham team, obviously fans back in the stadium, first time that we've been back at the Olympic Stadium, with their new hope, their new, like I said, good vibe going on, with everything around their football at the moment. They're doing well in the league, holding their own back in Europe. David Moyes with a point to prove to everybody again. I think he's at his right level, David Moyes, with a club like West Ham, and today's a real opportunity for him to prove his credentials even more again. The team's improved in the summer for West Ham, and they'll be out today to spoil the party again, if there was a party, because the honeymoon period is over now for United. I think I said it after that international break. The season starts now. We got the Ronaldo show last week. We got the bite up the arse and the reality kick on Tuesday night, and now it's back to the nitty gritty of the league. Now, 3 away games. This will be our fourth away game out of the first 6 games of the season. I think we've got a long run of home games after this, including cups and league matches. So this, if we get through this, you should look at it and the way the season's gone so far, you should go, all right, get this one out of the way, then move on, because start really pushing on, clawing back the gap in the group stage, which I expect us to do in the Champions League. Hopefully knock West Ham out again on Wednesday at the Carabao Cup and move on in there. Another chance for Ollie to get his hands on a trophy. And then I think a couple of games against Aston Villa and Everton coming up as well, both at home. So today is really, really important, not only just because City dropped points yesterday as well. It's a chance to move 3 points clear of City after 5 games in the league, which is a good start. It just gives you that little bit of a cushion to still be in and amongst it. We should be really finding our feet and knowing what we're doing right now. Today, Liverpool obviously won yesterday, but today to get past City, 3 points clear of City, I think we'll take the shine off, or take that horrible edge off what we did in midweek. We always seem to get a bit of a reaction when United have a bad game. No matter who it is, there's always a reaction somewhere. Is today going to be the reaction day? Because if we don't get the reaction today, then people are going to look at it and go, right, Ole, right, this United team, that's 4 away games so far this season. In the previous 3, we've not managed to really string 4 or 5 shots on target together. We've scored 1 goal only in all 3 of them. If we don't get the winning performance today, people are going to start looking at it and going, yeah, it does look like when we go away from home that we really don't know how to handle teams in the Premier League, because let's be honest, West Ham are half decent. Southampton, yeah, they had a good result yesterday against City, but we know what they're about. They're not the best. And then you're looking at Young Boys and Wolves. It's not high calibre opposition that United are coming up against in these away games, and we have struggled. West Ham, I think, will be a little bit more at it. Then again, you don't know, do you really, with them playing in Europe? Are they going to be there? I don't expect it to affect a team like West Ham. I think they're still going to be high energy. I think they're going to be compact. They look decent at the back now, so it depends how David Moyes plays it as well, because really I don't see Ollie stamping his authority on this game. I don't think he ever has in away games, and I think he's just going to be solid and try and stay in the game. So I hate to say it, but really it all depends on David Moyes and how he sets out in this game. Because if the onus was on United, then I don't expect to see much. I really don't. I expect United to just be, like I said, solid, looking to not give too much away. It will be controlled passing. It will be nothing elaborate, I don't think, unless Bruno gets frustrated and starts trying to play these balls. We've got Ronaldo there now. That's going to be a difference in these sort of away games in the league, I think, if that chance comes around. Going to be very intriguing today how he sets up and who he plays. Is Sancho going back to the bench? Big question. Who is in that midfield? I don't think Scott McTominay's going to play, is there? Surely he's not going to force Scott McTominay in already. It would look a little bit on the desperate side, and we do need a midfield. We really do need a midfield, and we need stability in there, but I don't think we should be putting all our eggs in the Scott McTominay basket. I've seen a few people online saying this shows how much we have missed Scott McTominay. People talking about Scott McTominay, and now look at what they're saying. Now he's missing. He's not going to save us, guys. Scott McTominay isn't going to be the be-all and end-all. There's still going to be issues there. Yeah, he may give us a bit more strength in midfield, guaranteed, over Fred. And yes, I would take Scott McTominay over Fred every day of the week. But he isn't going to be the sole answer, we know that. The combination and how we set up is the answer, and that's down on Ole. So it's going to be really intriguing how he sets up today. Ronaldo's going to play, we know that. Cavani's still not fit, so no issue there. Greenwood has to come in, I think that's a given. 1 game this season we've lost. It's 1 game Greenwood hasn't started, and we look diabolical going forward. Sancho's still trying to find his feet. Or do you just say, Sancho, we need to just give you more game time to find your feet, rather than taking him out, putting him back in? Or is it better for him to come off the bench? These are the questions that Ollie's going to ask. He's going to have to answer today. Very intriguing. Right back, Wan-Bissaka. Darlow needs game time now. Do you bring Darlow in? Personally, yes, I would bring Darlow in. At the moment, you've all seen it on my match vlogs and everything that I've picked up on with Aaron Wan-Bissaka and his performances. I've not rated him. I've really not. People say, look what he did against Wolves. That great sliding tackle. That was Wolves. He was poor against Newcastle. And he was poor. We all seen what he was against Young Boys in the week. And really, if we're going off backing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and the way he wants this club to move forward, and everyone's saying he's doing great things for his football club, then Aaron Wan-Bissaka lost us that game. Ollie pretty much is telling us that Wan-Bissaka lost us that game in midweek against Young Boys. That's what Ollie's telling us. You know what I mean? Because you look at it and you go, his interview afterwards, he's saying these things happen in football. It's very difficult straight away after losing a man at that time, and it was like basically waving the white flag. So with Aaron Wan-Bissaka off the pitch, Ollie's using that as sort of like how difficult the game was then to carry on. So Aaron Wan-Bissaka cost us the game in Ollie's eyes. Is that right? That's how I'm looking at it. So has Ollie got the balls to say, right, Aaron, we're dropping you today, we're giving Darlow a chance. We need him to get game time because we can't just throw him in cold for one of these Champions League games, which now is vitally important because we've got off to a poor start in the group. So Darlow, for me, has to get game time now. He needs to be embedded into this team. He needs to start playing alongside Maguire and Varane. He needs to be given a chance to learn next to these two centre-backs. If Ollie brings in Wan-Bissaka today, it's sort of just saying, look, yeah, you made a mistake, cost us, embarrassed the team against Young Boys, and it was embarrassing. Don't come to me with all that crap that it wasn't. It was. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka comes straight back in the team today. These are the things that Ollie's going to be judged on. So, for me, they're the big decisions. It's like Darlow. It's like Greenwood coming back in. We definitely don't have Lindelof in that team today. That's a given. It's ridiculous how a 28-year-old World Cup winner, multiple Champions League medals, gets dropped in the first Champions League game of the season. It is. You're trying to build up relationships and build up a strong partnership at the back, and you drop him. All these questions need answering today. I've gone 1-0 on my score prediction for today, guys. I don't know about you. Like I said, I don't like this place. I've never had much luck here. And I haven't got much hopes of a swashbuckling star performance from United. I would accept a solid performance and a good win. 1-0 will do me coming away from here. It keeps us up there at the top with Liverpool. And like I said, then you would expect United to then stamp their authority in the home games like we have been doing. And that's where we may be making up this season. If Ollie goes out and smashes West Ham, I'll hold my hands up and say, Ollie, you've surprised me. I didn't expect to see that. It's very welcoming. I'll wait and see though. I do expect him just to be pragmatic today, solid. I don't expect us to be carving West Ham open. I expect it to be one of them games. We come away with a win, then that's what we need really from today. And I don't think anyone, after the performance against Young Boys, would be unhappy with a 1-0 win today. So let's see how we go. It's going to be interesting, like I said. I'm looking forward to the game in terms of how he's going to set it up, and I'm intrigued to see how the players react. That is the main thing from today. Let me know what you think, guys. Drop your comments in below. Are you confident today? Let me know, because by the time I get settled in just before kick-off, I'll have seen your comments in the video. I want to see if you're as confident as me, and what is the main thing you want to see out of today. Is it the reaction? Some of you might just want to get a clean sheet. Is the result more important than performance today? Let me know. Comment below, guys, and hopefully I will see you after the game in my match vlog, talking positive and talking about a United win and being back up there at the top of the table. 3 points clear of City, level with Liverpool. God knows what's going to happen in the Chelsea game, but we're in there, we're in the mix. 5 games in, that's what United need to be, because after this next couple of weeks, the games start getting tough, and it would be nice just to have a little bit of a buffer, wouldn't it? Like, share and subscribe to the United Stand as always, guys, and get your comments in below. Let me know what you think. I will see you after the game.